I like to tell people this, and I'll say it right now. You Europeans and others, your armies, was it God who came to show you how to wage war? Are you smarter than us? Who are going to develop war with our own way of waging war, the one we have. No one comes to train us, and no one knows how to fight this war better than we do.
All right, my people, Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso has made some expose, and I think we need to watch that. We need to look at it. You know what? This guy is not afraid of anybody. He is speaking clearly on the basis, and he's saying things that are happening and the people that are actually working against them. That's what he has exposed. I know this is long of speech that he made, but I think this is the right time we need to listen to it very carefully and know what this captain is saying. He is not afraid of the French nor the Americans. He's not afraid of the Human Rights Watch. Yes, he's not afraid of them, and he is not afraid of anybody. He is saying what is on the ground, what is happening in Burkina Faso, and they are Burkinabes. They are fighting to reclaim their lands. They are doing what is best for their country. You see, this is absolutely right, and this is one of the champions that we have seen in years, in ages. Now, I want us to watch this and listen to him very carefully. Let's watch.
Attempts you mentioned earlier, it's often said that the hands of certain neighboring countries are behind them to call a spade a spade. A spade a spade. Benin, Côte d'Ivoire. Have relations evolved with these neighboring countries? Are you ready for a de-escalation, and under what conditions, Comrade President?
That doesn't depend on us. They're the ones who started the hostility. Let me remind you of something. When we arrived, we didn't have any problems with anyone. We communicated with everyone, we interacted with everyone, and so on. But one day, for example, I was sitting. The Minister of Defense tells me that the Ivorians have sent a note to withdraw all their students from our schools. The Academy, the PMK, the NSOE. I said, but what is it about? And then they withdraw all their officer and non-commissioned officer students and everyone else. No explanation. He says, but prepare for reciprocity to bring our children back, because we don't know what they have in mind and why they're doing this. That was the starting point, the first action taken by the Ivorians. We also brought our students back, and it wasn't just the students we didn't leave behind. And little by little, we started to experience acts of hostility towards us. No problem. We take Benin or another country, for example. We didn't provoke anyone. But we all saw when, once again, they tried to bring a war into our region. But who was at the forefront? President Ouattara announced that he would send a battalion. He had prepared everything and so on. We are still waiting for his battalion. President Bina said that force is needed. They will use force. They will go to war. We are waiting. We are ready to go to war too. There can be no de-escalation as long as mindsets remain like this. Whoever is looking for trouble will find it. So we are not the ones who started this. If people aren't smart enough and still let the imperialists come and tell them, kill each other, black brothers, then let it happen. If that's the solution to achieve independence, we are ready. But no one is going to enslave us again. We are ready for that. We are fighting. We are already fighting because terrorism is a manifestation of imperialism. So don't talk about de-escalation as long as the mentality hasn't changed. There are people who, every month or every 2 months, have to rush off to Paris, get their orders, and come back to implement them. They are not free. They are not free. We, on the other hand, no one tells us what to do. We govern according to our people, according to the needs of our people. Our people need water. We do everything we can to provide water. They need to be self-sufficient and have enough to eat. We do everything for that. They need security. We fight for the sake of security. They need roads, development. That's what we are fighting to achieve. But we don't go to someone else's place to take orders, like give the road contract to this company, give this thing to that company, or whatever. Those are slaves, actually. And as long as they remain in that mindset, forget about de-escalation. On the contrary, things will only get worse as long as they stay in that frame of mind. That's what I can say.
Various prominent international organizations have frequently accused your administration of actively suppressing the freedom of the independent press and the broader elements of civil society. Is there truly a legitimate place for human rights within Burkina Faso today?
There are human rights in Burkina Faso. What do they call human rights? Human rights. Me? I don't know what they think. You know, no one is going to come here, fund people, indoctrinate them to destroy our countries. That will not happen. Do you know how many NGOs there are in Burkina? Can you imagine? Do some research. It's not even hundreds, it's a lot. I'm not going to give you a number. Do some research. Look up each NGO, see what it is. Do you really think it's humanitarian? So these are the kinds of things we're fighting against. They say we're fighting against human rights. Is that what human rights are? We fight against terrorism to secure our people. So we give our people the right to life. That's the first right, isn't it? The right to life. Aren't we fighting for human rights? We fight so that the schools that are closed can reopen, so that children can go to school. Isn't the right to education a human right? Who is fighting for us? Who is helping us? These same people who cry out every day about human rights, not one of them has given us a single cartridge to fight against the terrorists who are killing our children, to fight against the terrorists who are closing our schools, who are destroying our schools. That means the terrorists are fighting against human rights. We are fighting for human rights, and they are the ones encouraging the terrorists. Who is fighting against human rights? They're the ones saying it. I was just telling you about certain things happening in Europe and all that. But it's over there that they're fighting against human rights. Otherwise, here, human rights exist. And remember one thing, human rights come from Africa. It doesn't come from somewhere else. It comes from Africa and West Africa, here. The first charters that spoke of human rights were here, in the AES Confederation, more precisely in Mali.
The Charter of Kurakufu?
Kurakufu. So human rights were known to Africans. We were well organized, a well-structured society, each person with their rights, even women's rights. It was in Africa that women's rights existed. Elsewhere, they didn't exist. And are those people the ones who can talk to us about women's rights or human rights? They don't know any rights. Who talks about human rights? Who bombed and killed children in Libya? Who is bombing children all over the place, dropping bombs indiscriminately, killing children and so on? Is that what human rights are? That's not what we do. We fight for the lives of our people. We protect them. Our soldiers die to protect them. And we do everything we can to open our schools, to educate them. We do everything we can to subsidize our farmers, to develop agriculture so that people have enough to eat. We do everything we can to dig wells so that people have access to clean water. Who is fighting against human rights? It's them. They have no respect for human rights.
And the VDP accused of serious violations. What is the status of the promised investigations?
Those who say that the VDP are accused of serious violations, what evidence have they presented? We ourselves, when we have caught VDP involved in certain acts, they have been put in prison. Those VDP are in prison and they know where they are. And we have said that anyone, this is not just anyone. Listen, we are adults. We are adults. No one should see us as subhuman. We know what we are doing. And it's this mentality that is also dangerous, because often some leaders in the West and so on see Africans as subhuman. And so they come here as if they're coming to teach us things. I told you that the right to life, it's us who teach that to the rest of the world. No one teaches us that. So it's true that there have been a few small problems with some VDPs. Some of them have made mistakes or other things. They are in prison. We have no qualms about that. Now, all those things they're saying, what proof do they have? Nothing. It's us. When people accuse us, we conduct investigations. And very often we end up finding what we call treachery. The terrorists, they come, they carry out massacres in certain places, often wearing our uniforms. Sometimes people even say it's the army. And then they leave. They came dressed in army uniforms. Yes, but it wasn't us. They put on our flags, all our insignia, and then they come and do these things. And the terrorists publish videos of this. But why don't people see that? The terrorists post videos on social media where they're wearing our uniforms, our gear, and everything. They go out and carry out actions. And then afterwards, they film these people to claim that they are armed forces. They know very well, because it's them who go over there themselves. How did they manage to get a channel with the terrorists to get images? How do they do it? There are even people who have the nerve to tell us that they filmed. I remember once an NGO who, by satellite image, claimed they saw Malians committing abuses. They aren't even ashamed. They don't even have the sense to realize that what they're saying is wrong. Why do I say they lack intelligence? It's because they see black people as less than human. Otherwise, if you have the ability to use satellites to see forces committing abuses, but you don't have the ability to use satellites to see the terrorists, then you're insulting us. Here, our entire struggle is for the survival and security of our people. And we live well. We live well. We are in good harmony. Otherwise, well, we wouldn't be able to go wherever we want. And that's it, we wouldn't be able to act. You can travel around Burkina. You can go anywhere you want. You'll see what's changing in Burkina, what the people appreciate about our revolution and everything. And it will do you a lot of good to...
Following a tripartite meeting recently held in Cotonou between the chiefs of staff of the armed forces of Côte d'Ivoire, France, and Benin, one of the officers, namely the Chief of Staff of France, stated that since you took power, the security situation has greatly deteriorated. One could even say it's catastrophic. What is your response to this officer, Mr. President?
He's French, isn't he? He should mind his own business. We are Burkinabe. It's none of his concern. They need to understand that. All I'm saying is when someone talks about our countries, it's an insult to us. It means they see us as less than human. What business is it of theirs? The situation has deteriorated, but that's between us, Burkinabe. Is it any of their concern? Not at all. They should mind their own business. And they should stay in their own country. Why do they have to stick their nose into Burkina's affairs? Oh, but they still have the power of colonization. Let them say it out loud that they are the colonial masters and we are the slaves. That's why they interfere. Otherwise, why are they talking about Burkina? What business is it of theirs? They were here. I looked for them. They left here in 2023. They were here. When they left here, Mbobo and Ouagadougou were cut off. We couldn't even get up in Ouagadougou anymore. Both capitals were heading over there. The terrorists were here. Kumbia, Korokwa, everything was under attack. Koudougou. People fled all the way to the outskirts of Koudougou, 5 kilometers. Everything was surrounded. The RN16, which connects the 2nd and 3rd, who could take that road? But they were there, weren't they? With all the helicopters, tanks, everything needed, technology, drones, satellites. Yet they were incapable then. Today we move around calmly, freely. And the other day, there were ambassadors from the European Union and some European countries who asked, can he go back? I was surprised to see that on TV. He goes everywhere. He's in Dori. He travels around the country. Me, I go wherever I want. Not by air, but by road across my country. You can't just get up here in Uruguay, in Gawa, go do whatever you want, come back, go to Tengode. It's impossible. It's Burkinabes who are fighting to reclaim our land. And if that's worse, of course it's even worse for him. It's not good for him. Our progress here, it's dangerous for France. It's dangerous, it's not good for us to reclaim our land. So understand that he's right. When they speak, it's not for our good, it's not for our people, it's for their own benefit. And they want us to remain in insecurity and let them come. But they were unable to bring back security. And we'll say it again tomorrow, loud and clear. Our forces are fighting. We don't need them. Let them deal with their own problems, and well, so will we. That's it.
Has Russia been truly effective in helping you fight against terrorism?
So, people need to understand something. It's true that even the Russian president has offered us all the help we want in the fight against terrorism. He said that if we want anything sent, whatever it is, to help us fight, he is willing. But I said something. We are from Burkina Faso. No one will come and fight for us. That is something intrinsic to us Burkinabe. So, everything we do with Russia, if we need equipment, Russia, in any case, has opened the door. Anything we want to buy, they are ready to sell to us. So, already, that's a major step forward. You know, there are many countries to whom we wanted to pay with our own money, and they refused, right? Yes, many European countries and others, they completely refused to sell us the equipment. But Russia sells us what we want. Second thing, with Russia, we share a lot of combat experience. They are at war, a war that I would call modern. We also learn from their war. We are at war too, and they also learn from our war. You understand? So there is an exchange of experience. It's really quite a limited field. Apart from that, no one is helping us on the ground. It's the Burkinabe soldiers who are fighting, who are reclaiming our land, and who continue to make progress. No one knows how things are advancing. Even for training, we train among ourselves. No one is training the Burkinabe army. There you have it, because we have a concept. I like to tell people this, and I'll say it right now. You Europeans and others, your armies, was it God who came to show you how to wage war? Are you smarter than us? Who are going to develop war with our own way of waging war, the one we have. No one comes to train us, and no one knows how to fight this war better than we do. That I can tell you. If European armies come here to face the Traoré's under our conditions, they will die. We are the ones who know this war. We are the ones who wage it. We are the ones who train ourselves to fight this war. Africans need to stop believing that, as if God sent a Messiah to teach others how to wage war, that they are the ones who must come and teach us. Why is it that we can buy equipment from you, which is technological, and you come to teach us how to use the equipment? After that, you leave. That's what happens with the Russians, the Chinese, the Turks. You see drones, some advanced equipment. When we pay, they come, but it's usually just for a few months. They teach us how to use the equipment, and then after that, the contract is over, and everyone goes home. But on the battlefield, it's Burkina Faso. These are our lands, and if not, we will fight for our lands. That's the logic.
I mean, Mr. President, if I may say so, but a staggering 60% or more of Burkina Faso, that is to say the vast majority of the country, is currently under the direct control of jihadist groups. Does this approach work?
Who said that?
It's true.
Oh, really?
It's the women.
After you, please, after you. You can take absolutely anywhere you want on the map.
Online, print.
Online.
Online?
Online.
True. She might have
Looked up information on the internet.
Ah, yes, there you go. That's it. It's those same ones. The same media, the same governments. There. They paint Burkina in red. That's false. But me, I'm the head of state. Or just now we were discussing assassination attempts and all that. It was a city. There are just a few cities I haven't visited yet. I go everywhere. And everyone goes everywhere. So in the north, there was an area that was under control. I just said, the forces are up to Petekolu today. In the east, at the border with Benin, our forces took Nadiagu 1 or 2 weeks ago. Right now, they are in Ponyo next to your place. That's where we can't go. It's a lie, they're lying. It's all completely false.